leashes that you can use to go for field events with your dog. This is a quick release. What makes it a quick release is this alligator clip. That is the quick release part. Clips here. This piece here locks it so that it can't open and accidentally release the dog. Quick release leads are best for a sport where you're loading a dog into a starting box because it won't interfere with a muzzle that they might be wearing, and you only need one hand to operate it, which is helpful if you are loading into a box. But it doesn't have a lot of advantages over a traditional collar and leash system that you can just, almost everybody has, that you could release. So most people will not need this for most dogs. It's best for an event where you are loading into a box. So you don't need it. This is a slip lead. Has 2 rings, a leash coming off of one side. And it's a little confusing at first. People tend to avoid them because they get flustered and they don't remember how they work. So I'm gonna really dumb it down so that you can remember it under stress. You have the birdie goes into the hole in the ground and he grabs the worm and he pulls the worm out of the hole in the ground. And that is how you get the leash through the holes. A common mistake you will see is people will take the end of the leash and thread it through both of the holes. That's bad news because it won't slip. So that's not how the birdie gets the worm, you guys. The birdie goes through the hole, the little beak, through the hole in the ground, and he grabs the worm and pulls it out of the hole in the ground. Pulls it out of the hole in the ground, and then you have a leash you can slip. So let me put this on the ground and we'll get a demo dog. Tick, tick, Tiki. Yes, hi, Tiki. So we have our dog, we have our slip leash, excuse me, right? We have our dog, we have our slip leash. The birdie grabbed the hole in the ground, grabbed the worm. And so now you have a loop in one hand and the leash in the other hand. You're gonna cinch it till the loop is very tiny. Wind up your extra stuff so it doesn't flip somebody in the face. Ready, set, tally ho. And then you just let go of that extra loop. You let go of the extra loop that's poking through this ring, and the leash will fall off with pressure that hopefully the dog is exerting as she pulls forward to chase the worm. Very simple. And then the advantage of this piece of equipment over another leash and collar system is that it lets your dog run naked. You don't need a collar to attach the leash to, and all the equipment slips off when you slip it. And so the dog is running completely naked, which is great in a closed loop lure system used in most fast cat and lure coursing and cat events. There's nothing hanging off your dog that could catch on a line or a pulley at the end that could create a risk of injury, which is awesome. And that's why we use them. So that's how we use a slip lead. Don't worry about the quick release unless you're loading a dog into a box, which is a pretty specialized sport. And I hope that's helpful. Thanks.